We're done. Just copy the boxes. Now, think for a second. Out of these categories, which would be an appropriate writing style, writing mode?
Persuasive.
Narrative.
To describe a pet peeve.
All of them.
Okay. All of them. Do you see that? Okay. Could you write a nice narrative story about sometime when somebody did something that bothered you? Yeah.
Jacob's.
Could you write about what people do, expository present tense, of what things bother people or bother you right now? Right? Present tense, what happens? You could describe pet peeves to people, like a report about pet peeves. Could you say people should stop doing some things, like talking on their cell phones when they're at dinner with their families, right? They should put their cell phones away and have a conversation with their family, right?
I work in the ambulance. Okay, I have to pick up this guy that overdosed on that.
Okay, so that's not really a pet peeve. That's a lot more serious kind of thing. So
Addiction.
now we're going to do a guided essay, like we've done before. We're going to just follow this text structure. And which mode of writing are we practicing right now for the TSI?
Persuasive.
Persuasive. Okay, it's a persuasive essay. Now, that's why we're doing this today, is because I see a little bit of confusion about what writing mode the TSI essay needs to be. Okay? Persuasive essay. So, for the first sentence, for the first box, I'll give you 2 minutes. Go ahead and write what your pet peeve is. One sentence.
Oh, what if you're done?
Okay? One sentence, what your pet peeve is. Go.
Are we doing it in squares?
No, just write the sentence. It can be short. It doesn't have to be complicated.
No.
I can't stand hearing people chew. Oh my god, punch me in the throat.
Let people finish. Let people finish.
People chewing.
What's one of my pet peeves? What's one of your pet peeves?
A pet peeve for me is when people are on their cell phones when they're at dinner, when they should be talking to the people they're at dinner with.
With their family.
I just hate that. That just really is sad.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I think that's not right.
I've gone to a restaurant before and just sat down by myself and I watch everything. And the parents take out their phones and the kids, they're not talking, they're just looking at their phone and eating. This lady put, she grabbed ranch and put it on her rice. Yeah, she was just like, she wasn't even looking, she was just like,
How does potato
yeah! That was hilarious.
HYP.
HYP?
O.
Oh.
CRI.
HYP.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now this is going to be a persuasive essay. So, what does your pet peeve need to change from? If you wrote it in a persuasive mode, leave it. But who wrote their pet peeve in a persuasive mode? Okay, most people wrote it in which mode?
Narrative.
Right? Or expository. This irritates me right now. This happens. Okay, people smack their food when they chew it. Okay,
Right.
that is expository, right? Because that's what's That happens right now. It's happening. So change your first sentence to persuasive, real quick. What should happen in the future? Now we're changing our expository persuasive
So
sentence.
you want us to say, instead people should.
Or you could just add on to it, yeah. So read yours for us.
My pet peeve is when people are hypocrites to their own pet peeves.
Okay. That's very good. My pet peeve is when people are hypocritical with their own pet peeves. Right? So listen to the verbs in that sentence. My pet peeve is when people are hypocritical to their own pet peeves. That's present tense. That's expository. Right? And so it's an easy step to go to persuasive on that, right? People should not be hypocritical when examining other people's pet peeves. Okay, you're talking about what should happen. Okay.
So whenever we're writing an essay, like with the TSI, does it look better or is it better whenever we say like shouldn't and put the apostrophe or put should not?
It looks more formal if you say should not.
So you get better grade maybe if you say should not.
No, not on the TSI, but on a college report, don't use contractions.
Okay.
Just as a general rule.
It'll take,
It-
won't get as long as
No, it's not just because it adds to the word count.
But it also
No.
makes it look
It's
Let the teachers
more.
It just looks more formal, and most of the professors are going to tell you to do that. And it's easy to do. It's going to take some getting used to, but that's an easy change for you to make. Right? That's a good question.
When do we test?
It's going to be on the 22nd, 23rd, or 24th. Okay? They're going to schedule you based on whether you need the reading, the writing, or the math. And then
Wait, April?
April. That's why we're hitting it hard right now, because it's like 2 weeks away.
I love seeing things.
April Fool's joke.
No, and that's not an April Fool's joke. Okay? So did everybody get a good persuasive first sentence?
This is an April Fool's joke, isn't it? You're not leaving.
No, it's not. Yeah, I actually have.
Why would you tell us on April Fool's Day?
Yeah, but we're not going to be here when he leaves.
Okay, now second part. So this is the same thing. We're following this text structure. Bonnie, I don't think you've done this guided writing through text structure before. So this is just a slowed down version of organizing an essay. Okay? And it's going to be a very interesting essay when you're done. Okay? So the first reason people should, whatever your pet peeve is, they should stop smacking their gum when they're in church. Okay? They should stop getting in the 20-item express lane with 25 items. Okay? What's your pet peeve? So give me one reason, one sentence, why they should stop. How are you going to convince the
I feel like
reader?
I'm watching a movie.
What's one reason that they should stop it?
Someone that punch him in the face.
Think of a reason that's going to persuade them, that's going to actually change the behavior. It needs to be serious because you're trying to change this behavior. After they read this reason, they should say, oh,
I don't want to mess with that.
I need to stop doing this. So if I'm reading, Bonnie's, I'm going to say, oh, I need to stop being hypocritical about my pet peeves. That was very good.
I forgot the period. I love this. How much you pay for this?
Is it a calligraphy pen?
It's fancy.
My pet peeve is Mr. Huntsman.
Found it. Looks pretty well.
Okay. Everybody done? So just one sentence. Now, that one sentence is going to later turn on into the topic sentence of the second paragraph, right? So you're going to fully explain it later on, just like all the other kernel essays we've written. Okay, now go on to another reason. Think of another separate reason that they should change their ways. They should stop doing this thing that annoys people or is maybe not good for them somehow. Just another serious reason.
Why are you being so rude?
Really? Are you trying to look like you got a big head? I was about,
Alright, people finish.
Thank God you can edit these things.